So Bill Kennedy has a question. He says, why is Brock practicing? He should be resting. That's a good question. So the question of the day is, are the 49ers soft benching Purdy? He's practicing, but he's not playing. He's out there, but he's not quite ready. How do you interpret this? Is it Brock trying to force his way back on the field and the Niners are saying, don't call us, we'll call you? Or are the Niners doing what they always do, which is they sort of rush players back, and is Brock sort of dragging his feet without hurting his toe, so to speak? What do you think?
Yeah, because here's the confusing part, right? Is all broadcast they talked about how serious this injury was. If he steps the wrong way, he's in dire straits. This is going to be awful. Then why is he practicing? Because wouldn't you most likely step the wrong way if you're working on footwork in practice? I feel like that's the most common time to hurt yourself would be practicing on specifically footwork.
I agree. Can we come back to what you said just a second ago?
Yeah.
What they said on the broadcast?
Yeah.
So when that was reported to me, my antenna said that's coming from Brock's camp. And then Diana Rossini for The Athletic, she has a whole podcast and she confirmed it. She said that Brock told the broadcast crew. So that came from him. All that, because it's like you hear from the team, oh, he's doing better, he's making strides. You don't really hear much, and it's their story. Then you hear from him, and he's not talking anymore, except for this, the one little quote we've heard. Actually, it's really tricky, and he wants to be out there. All this detail and information that we didn't get from the team. So is it possible? I think that Brock feels like the team rushed him out for the Jaguars game.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to explain to people behind the scenes why he's being more cautious. And I completely understand. So when you ask, why is he out there on the practice field? Is it possible that the Niners are putting pressure on him? Hey, man, you're the starting quarterback. We paid you a lot of money. We think our medical team thinks you can go out there and protect yourself. Like, you don't have to be 100% to play quarterback for us. Like, Matt's out there at 70%. You should be out there at 70%. Is that a little bit of the push and pull? Maybe.
Yeah, I can agree. It seems like, and I think Purdy, like, all you hear about Purdy is how competitive he is. And I think for him, like, I'm sure going out in the Jags game and kind of, shitting the bed, didn't feel good, right? Like, Matt comes in and now there's a QB controversy, right? Brock's 1-4 in his last 5, Mac's 4-1, Mac's playing well with backups that Purdy couldn't play well with, yada, 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 right? So I think, maybe Purdy is a little bit pressed, like, what's going on here? Why are you guys rushing me back? Like, shouldn't you guys be taking care of me? Or, okay, you know what I started thinking about? This could be complete. You got to follow me here at this tin hat theory. What? Okay, is Brock Purdy kind of like Russell Wilson, where like nobody really like messes with him like that on that level? Because I feel like no one really hangs out with Brock, and he just kind of does his thing.
I have a theory. I don't think he's like Russell Wilson, but I know what you're saying. Here's my theory, and maybe this is what happened to Russell Wilson, but I think money changes things with people all the time. Okay. And it's one thing for Brock to be Mr. Irrelevant, getting paid $900K in the huddle, telling George Kittle to shut the fuck up, and George being like, "Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
go ahead, Brock. You could tell me to shut the fuck up as long as you play well." But then Brock's making $53 million a year, which is like more than double what George is making. It's easy to start feeling resentful. Yeah. It's easy to feel like, well, actually, he's not earning his contract. And Mac is my new best friend because Mac makes a quarter of what I make. I mean, it's so easy to like the guy who's not making that much money.
And did you see the next day George went on KNBR and was like, "Oh, Brock's a terrific player. He just needs to get back to 100% after he was gushing over Mac the day before." I totally saw that as like, oh, someone told George like he should probably back. That was, you know.
And also, though, like if you're saying about a starting quarterback, he's really good when he's 100% healthy. I don't know if you're really saying he's a starting quarterback, because I think part of being a starting quarterback, a good one that gets paid a lot, is that you can win when you're 80% healthy. You can win when you're 60% healthy, and you do give the team a better chance, even when you can't move that much. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, if he's hobbling, he gives that team a good chance to win, a much better chance to win than Gardner Minshew. Like, Brock needs to be 97% healthy to give the Niners the best chance to win. Like, that's not. That's Tua stuff.
My biggest, I'm going to stick to my theory, man. I do not think Kyle wanted Brock to get paid. I'm going to stick to my guns on that one. I will take that to the grave. I do not think Kyle was pounding the table for Brock. I think that was a decision that was not made with Kyle in mind. I don't think Kyle wanted to. I think Kyle likes Mac better. I genuinely think he likes running the offense with Mac Jones better than Brock. Because again, I think Kyle's biggest pet peeves are turnovers and durability because he always talks about it. He always talks about how much he the biggest issue with Jimmy was he couldn't stay healthy. And his other biggest thing is we can't turn the ball over. And Brock Purdy over the last few years is both. He does both of his biggest pet peeves. He gets hurt and he throws a lot of picks.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel like Kyle's attitude with Purdy is like, look, man, he wasn't my first choice. I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's sustainable. Like, I want Tom Brady. I want a big pocket passer, someone who stays in the pocket and executes my offense and is tough and doesn't get hurt. That's not Brock at all.
No.
But it was working, and he was winning and putting up great numbers, and the team bought in. So I think Kyle's like, why fight it? The alternative is Jimmy Garoppolo, or I mean, he did bring in Sam Darnold. Maybe he wanted that, but why fight it? It's working. But for the last year and a half, it hasn't been working. Last year, he didn't have an alternative. Now an alternative is right here, and he plays the position the way Kyle likes it to be played. I think it's easy for Kyle to say, you know what? It's easier for him to be skeptical with Brock now. It's like, okay, you run around a lot. That's not the style of quarterback I like. You know what I mean? Like, this is why I don't like that. And now I have someone who plays it the way I like it.
And could you maybe shed some light? I'm not understanding where people are getting this, but everyone says Kyle loves Curtis Rourke. Like, everyone says, like, this is his dude. Is that like a thing, or is it just a meme?
I mean, if he loved him so much, why'd he wait till the 7th round to take him? He might be mildly interested in Curtis Rourke, but if he took CJ Beathard in round 3. No, the guy he likes is Mac Jones.
I think he likes Mac. I think he wants Mac to be the starting quarterback. I genuinely think if you ask Kyle right now and hooked him to a lie detector test and said, do you want Mac Jones to be the starting quarterback of the 49ers over Brock Purdy? He'd say yes.
Well, I think there's a lot of finger pointing in the Niners behind the scenes about contracts because a lot of them haven't worked out. And I think obviously everyone blames him for Brandon Ayuk, right? They're gonna trade him. It's gonna be huge sunk cost.
No, they're
whatever.
not.
That's his fault. He has to own that. Everyone wanted to trade him, but he could say, okay, fine. Brandon Ayuk was on me. He got hurt. Brock Purdy's on all of you. I told you guys that Sam Darnold could do this. I told you guys that Mac Jones could do this. You didn't listen to me. You wouldn't let me take Mac Jones. You really thought that Brock Purdy was this savior one of one. He could say that.
Yeah,
but
true.
I don't really know how he feels.
And if those rumors are true too about Kyle wanting Mac, not Trey, like, he could be like, bro, I've been telling you guys this for years, that this dude could do this with ease, and you guys went and got Brock, and now I'm showing you that he could have done this with ease. Like, I don't know, man. It's really weird. I feel like it's so awkward if you're Brock Purdy now. Like, wouldn't it be awkward? Like, you're coming back in and, like, if you go in and they lose, like, it's you. You can't say, well, it's the offensive line. Well, Mac played with it. Well, it's the receivers. Well, Mac played with it. Well, it's Christian McCaffrey. Well, Mac played with them.
But isn't it even worse than that for Brock? Like, if he comes back and plays as well as Mac, that's not good enough. If he comes back and plays a little bit better than Mac, that's not good enough. You have to justify $265 million. And you can't. You just can't when Mac is playing for 4.
PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I was saying it when he came in, and you actually said it preseason. You said, I think Mac's going to play at some point, and it's not going to look any different. And to an extent, it hasn't, but I think it's actually looked better with Mac. And I think people are like way riding on Mac for no reason. Like, did Mac play the greatest game? No. But let's see. He had a drive-killing interception by Juwan that could have been bit more yards and a touchdown for him. That ends up a turnover on the stat sheet. And then he had a deep ball that hit Demarcus Robinson square in the 5, and he dropped that one, which could have been more yards for Mac, would have put him over 200 and possibly extended another drive to score. So, like, people were blaming Mac, like, but even against a good Atlanta defense, the drive killers were Jawan and Demarcus Robinson.
Don't you get the feeling too that people like we're turning this into a quarterback controversy because it's fun to talk about and
For
like
sure.
rage bait on Twitter and stuff, but like it's not that situation. The situation is that Brock Purdy has a potentially career altering injury, like career jeopardizing injury. This is really serious.
For the second
He's
time.
re-injured it. He's injured it twice.
Yeah.
If he comes back and does it a third time, this could be a chronic thing. And we've seen that he sucks when he has this injury. A lot of quarterbacks probably would, but it's not just the mobility that goes out the window for Brock with this injury. It's the arm strength and the accuracy. I mean, he sucked against the Jaguars, and I give him like every excuse, man. You shouldn't have played in that game. That was unfair to you. So God knows when he comes back and you have this other quarterback who's not elite, but playing, winning and staying healthy, which is all you pretty much can ask for. All you need and it's not that expensive to get. So I think that's the situation. They have one quarterback right now and they need to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
Brock's not going to come back and save this team anytime soon.
I don't think Brock can save a team, period. And that's the biggest problem. Again, when we're talking about $265 million, are the 49ers soft benching?
I mean, he did save the 2022 team in a sense. And that's a big reason why so many fans are emotionally attached to him. But
yeah,
at this point in his career, with this
I agree, but like, and that's the thing, bro, is like it went from, wow, look at Jimmy. He's even having a resurgence because Kyle's so good. And then Brock came in. It was like, oh my God, Brock's the reason. And it's like, I don't get it. Because you have the same fan base will be like, well, Kyle's a God tier coach that deserves a lifetime contract. Oh, okay. So then you agree with me. It wasn't Brock. No. Brock's a straight up elite top 5 quarterback. It's like, so then Kyle isn't that good.
I think what's so alarming with Brock is like how it could be coming to an end. Like, yeah, you could point to all the stuff he's done and all the great stretches he's had, but in the last 5 starts, 1 win, 8 picks,
dude,
3 injuries. In the last 5.
In the last 19 starts, the dude's 7-12. He's not good. He hasn't been good. Like, and that's the thing is, so now we can go back to last year, right? And I don't want to hear an injury excuse because Mac Jones is playing with injuries and he's winning football games. Yeah. So I can go back to last year and say, yeah, well, Mac's doing it just fine with less weapons, with less of them.
And so, to compare Mac to Jimmy's really disingenuous because Mac makes throws to the sideline. He makes throws down the field. Jimmy didn't do any of that. Jimmy kept it between the numbers.
Yep.
And he didn't really throw more than 20 yards down the field. I didn't think he was smart. I didn't think he had like a high football IQ. I think Mac does.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if the Niners are soft benching Purdy. They should, but I don't know if they are. But you know what?
I think Purdy's soft bench. I think Purdy's benching Purdy because I think he knows he can't come back and shit the bed.
He did it once. He can't do it twice.
I don't think he can do it again. Because could you imagine if he comes back in against like a team like the Giants and then loses again? It'd be like, bro, put in Mac.
We were talking about like what if he re-aggravates it a third time, but what if he loses and he's 1-2 and now Mac's 4-1? It's like, not only did you create a quarterback controversy, you may have just ended the quarterback controversy.
And at the end of the day, players want to win. They're not emotionally tied to Brock. They're not emotionally tied to Mac, just like they were emotionally tied to Jimmy. If someone comes in and wins, they're happy. If someone comes in, like say Mac's winning right now, they're playing winning football. This is a team of vets that wants to win. Say you put in Purdy and then he loses, bro. Even the players are like, bro, just keep Mac in.
Yeah, we were winning. Why did you mess with this?
Exactly.
You don't have to explain it. Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.